Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am super excited about a video that we have coming out. There's actually another clip of Illuvium. We know it's going to be another week or two, and they're talking about the trailer being released. We have the land sale coming up. We're going to go through the staking really quick. Take a look at a couple things that I can really get excited about and things that I can see coming down the road for Illuvium. Also looking at the market cap, looking at the gaming community, really projects that are coming out and things that are going to be coming. So let's go ahead and we'll get into the video. So the first thing we're going to take a look at, as you can see, this is the Elluvium Staking. So ILV rewards, total distributed 687K. So a ton of rewards have already been distributed, but we're not even looking now at 1/4 of that being, so roughly probably looking at the scale, 23% of the total rewards have been sent out. But the big thing to note here is amount being staked. We have $861 million already staked. The ILV price continues to increase, which is absolutely crazy. We're seeing prices increase from Ethereum as well. So if you do have those token pairs, they are going up. But the big thing to note, and this is one of the things that came up on Discord today, was in the ILV rewards. You can see right here, there is 20.24 million SILV. Now that is the synthetic ILV, which is used only for in-game purchases. And remember, that is going to be used for the land purchases. That means if players want to use that $20 million of SILV for the land purchase, they can. Now, the big thing to remember with the land purchase is for the revenue distribution aspect of the land purchase, anything that is bought with Ethereum is going to go into the vault, which is going to be used to purchase ILV at a later determined date. Now, looking at that thought is if the SILV is used for the land purchase, the SILV is just going to be straight up burned. It is not going to have anything to the vault. So if all 20 million of this SILV is utilized for land purchase, or even a vast majority of it, and that was the conversation we had earlier on Discord, if let's say the 20 million that's here, 18 million is used, and of that 18 million, that's 50% of the land sale, the revenue distribution is going to be significantly lower than what you're thinking because of the high usage of SILV, which there are still a lot of different factors that are going to happen with this. One is we do not know the price of land. So if you have plots of land that are going for tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, the SILV is going to be burned through really quick. Again, depending on how expensive the land is, what the cost actually comes out to be. And the way that I'm thinking, I'm not sure if they're going to do it in value. I'm not sure if they're going to do it in tokens. I'm not exactly sure because with the price of SILV or ILV fluctuating greatly, I believe it is going to be the SILV we know is going to be 1-to-1 based on the ILV price. Well, if this price continues to increase and the price of Ethereum goes down, how is that going to affect the land sale? Which again is something we're going to have to look at, because if they're talking tier 1 land being from 500 to 2,000, some players are saying 3,000 to 5,000, which is crazy. I think that would price out a lot of players, especially if you're not heavy into the pay to win aspect, or if you're staying free to play. Of course, you're not going to buy any of the land, but ultimately it's going to be interesting to see what this looks like and what point of that 20 million SILV is utilized. Also, remember, we do have possibly a couple more weeks to, one, accumulate rewards, two, get more players staking the currency in here. Now, the other thing I want to look at is looking at the core pools. This has actually went up. So as players do take money out of the pool, the APY does go up. It dropped to about 387 yesterday. It's up over 400 right now. If you guys remember when we originally staked in Illuvium, it was about 640%, which is just absolutely insane. Some of the returns we got, especially being early staking into Illuvium. Like I said, when we started, this was at about 640. It's dropped to, roughly 400 plus, which is where it has stayed. So the rewards are just continually stockpiling day after day, week after week. I do have quite a bit in ILV. which is actually the rewards from sushi. And I do have quite a bit in the synthetic Illuvium as well. Really just banking the rewards right now. So honestly, with the rewards you're earning right now, I personally am not redeeming anything, which again is just kind of my strategy. The big reason is depending on the price of land. So I'm actually going to have two options when it comes to the price of land. Either one, depending on the price, I have Ethereum set aside. So the Ethereum that I would invest in the token that I would put into the sushi LP pool, I am waiting on because again, we do not know the cost of land. Once we do know the cost of land, I will choose what tier I'm looking for to go ahead and hopefully purchase depending on how the auction works and exactly how high the prices start, depending if it's going to be, tier 1, tier 2 land, depending, because I'm really interested in the Illuvium Zero game. Not so excited, like I've said before, about the main game, and the fuel consumption aspect, but I will work my land every single day, dedicated to the games that I play for years. I will take the land, I will get all the fuel that I can, possibly leveling up those buildings and feeding it into players within the main game. So ultimately, that's the two things. Is one, I have Ethereum that I have sidelined, just waiting to see the cost of land. The second one, I have the SILV sidelined on the other side, which I can redeem a significant amount of SILV, probably 10 to 15 tokens already, if I do need to pick that up and actually come up with some more tokens to go ahead and afford that land. And again, it's going to make a difference if it's 10, 20, 30, $50,000. Depending how many rewards I have in here and depending on the sheer cost is going to be the tier land that I'm looking at. So another thing to really keep in mind here over on CoinGecko is looking at Illuvium itself. So you can see right here, the market cap is 458 million. That is right, guys. That is pretty significant. So you're looking at Wax, Yield, Guild Games, Sandbox, which are definitely a little bit bigger in the market cap. But remember, guys, Illuvium is still relatively new. It's only been a couple months. It has gained a lot of traction. When you look at a game, and I always compare it to the other game that I play, Axie Infinity, and I play Splinterlands as well. Looking here, Axie Infinity, almost $8 billion market cap. Now remember, Axie Infinity did come out in 2018. So I just imagine and I just envision the future in gaming. Most of you know Illuvium I'm really stoked about. I play Splinterlands, Guardian of, or a couple other games down here. I looked at Star Atlas, wasn't too crazy about that one. But there's a couple other titles that I'm really looking at. But the big thing is I can imagine Illuvium being much bigger than this 8 billion market cap that you see here with Axie Infinity. Guild of Guardians I'm getting into as well, which this is really going to be the future. And I truly believe when it comes to the NFT gamings, guys, this is going to be it. It is not going to be any turning back. I can see once you have major labels, major video game creators getting on board with this, as more players demand it, more players get accumulated or affiliated with the NFT games, and the bigger names come to the gaming space, it's going to be incredible. Even to see, the level of gameplay that Axie Infinity has into the level of gameplay that Illuvium has, it is a night and day difference. It is absolutely breathtaking, which we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at right now. All right, guys, so right here is a trailer that released. As you can see, a little bit fuzzy. It actually just came out, 577 views. But look at the Illuvios, guys.